Okay. Assalamualaikum, Doctor. So this is me and my team. Me, myself, Mohammad Irfan Iskandar with Zainuddin, and my teammates, Mohammad Afiq Danial and Humaira, Binti Haizam. So this is our video presentation for our project. So first of all, I would like to show our dataset first. So this dataset contains the booking information for a city hotel and a resort hotel, and includes important information such as the date of the booking, length of stay, number of adults, number of children, and the number of available parking spaces, among other things. So this is an overview of the dataset we have. As we can see, we can perform a lot of data analysis with this Excel file. As we can see, there are columns with null values, more than one column with null values. So we will head to our Jupyter notebook to overview with our coding. So I will explain the first step of our project, which is data cleaning and preparation. So first of all, this is a basic step. We import the data file into our notebook. We read the data file and we clean. We wanted to know the initial shape, the number of rows and number of columns we are dealing with. And from there, we can determine the number of columns with missing values. So from here, we can see that there are columns with missing values, a very big number. So we can perform data cleaning right here. So as we can see, in column children and country, you would like to replace the column children, empty values in the column children with 0, and the null values in column country with others. And also we can using the log method to see the changes made in our data set. So as we can see, that the country that has null value in its column are replaced by others, and children are replaced by 0. Next, we would like to update and see the number of missing columns in our data set. As we can see, country and children are already being updated, so there are no more missing values. So in column agent and company, there are a lot of missing values, and the data is not suitable for our analysis. So we would like to drop the column permanently from this table. So next, we can preview the updated number of rows and columns after perform some of our cleaning methods. Okay, next is our renaming convention the columns. So it is easier for us to deal with common column names rather than the long term for columns. This will make easy for us as we further in our project, so that there will not be some misspelling in our code. So next is the last part in data preparation and cleaning is we check for any duplicates data in our table. So as we can see, there is no duplicate values in this data. Okay, so the next part in our project is we perform the data wrangling. So I would like to from the original data set, they are given the column year, month, and day month. So I would like to perform a wrangling that we create a new column from these 3 columns and make it one date, presentable one date. For example, 2015, July, and day of month is 1. So I would like to combine all and merge and make a new column that gives us the true date, which is 1st July of 2015. Okay, so next, I would like to set an index according to its hotel, year, and month. So from this table, we can see that the table is quantified according to its hotel, year of arrival, and the month of arrival. Okay, so next, this is where we perform the level statistics operation, where I will only group all the cancelled booking, all the customers cancelled booking from different hotel, and we can perform a sum level operation here to determine the total number of cancellation bookings. And the last part in this segment is I set the index, set the market segment and hotel as the index. So it's easy for the overview on the hotel side. Okay, so next is data aggregation and group operations.
Okay, hi. So we move on to data aggregation and group operation. So here we're going to make some aggregation and also group for the data so that it can be used in data visualization and also in machine learning. So moving on, first we try to find a total number of customers from both hotel categories. So the total is 1,900 119,390 people. So the next is find number of customer from city and resort hotel, which is as stated there. And next we find the number of customer from city and resort hotel based on year. So we got a 3 year, which is 2015, 2016, and also 2017. The next we try to find the group state, which is from the previous data. We try to find the sum, mean, and median for stays in weeknights and also stays in weekend nights. So as we can see that there's a sum, mean, median, and also max for 3 year for each hotel. So next is about the repeated guests. So here we try to find the number of repeated guests and also the percentage of the repeated guests for each hotel and also for each 3 years. Okay, the next is we try to find the number of booking cancellation from city and resort hotel based on year. So here we find the number of cancellation and also the percentage of the cancellation. And the next is the meal stat, which is in each hotel. There are, for the city hotel there are 4 types of meal, and for the resort hotel there are 5 types of meal. Okay, so here we find the customer for each meal requested. So the next is distribution data. From here we try to find the city hotel, which we try to find the number of each type of customer, which is whether it's on contract, group, transient, or transient party. So yeah, so that's all from the data aggregation and group by. So next we move on to the data visualization. So the first we decide to make the graph bar. It's about the number of parking spaces required by a hotel customer. So we set it on the y-axis, the hotel, the name of hotel and also the year, and the x-axis is the number of parking spaces. Okay, for the next graph, we try to visualize the meal, the type of and the percentage of the type meal based on the donut chart. So here we can see that the meal named BBB have a 77%, and also the lowest is undefined, which is got only about 1%. Okay.
So for the next chart, we use pie chart, and here we would like to distinguish the customer categories for both hotels. Then, as you can see, transient customer is the most that books hotels for both hotels, for about 75%. Next, for this next okay next next we use a line chart where we would like to show the amount of customer, the total amount of customer for each hotel, for city hotel and resort hotel throughout the year from August 2015 until May 2017.
Okay, so next we would like to determine the top 10 customers from which country they are acting as the guests of these hotels. So you can see there are 10 countries with the number of customers from each country. So as the number of customers from countries since the country value holds a very large amount, so we would like to display only the top 10 countries that are becoming the guests of this hotel. So as you can see, Portugal are where the most customers attend our. And also next is we would like to determine the number of cancelled booking and the number of non-cancelled booking. So we made a dual chart here. So each cancel equal to 0 represent that there is no cancellation. So from here we can see for three years, the cancellation booking stats. So as we can see in year 2016, the city hotel received the highest number of guests. So next we move to machine learning.
for machine learning, we would like to predict the cancellation that the customer would make based on our data set. So firstly, we would like to find all the unique values for the string value, since to predict we would use we could not use a string, we could only use an integer. So we find the unique values. So since we already find the unique values, we set the IDs for each value, so we can distinguish for each column. Okay. Then after we have replaced all the values, so we start our machine learning with by dropping the column that we wanted to predict, which is the cancellation part. And for the second variable, we hold only the cancellation column. Then we split them to test and train for the prediction, and we use the test size as only 20%. And then we use the decision tree classifier model, and we insert the X train and the Y train for both variables, and we make a prediction based on the X test value. Right. Then after the prediction, we calculated the accuracy score for the prediction using the Y test and the prediction, and we get on average 100% for this prediction machine learning. And as you can see, this is the output from both Y test and prediction values. So next, we will go for the next machine learning.
Okay, so for the next is we tried another method to find the cancellation booking prediction. So here we try to apply the method of logistic regression, which is a fundamental of the classification technique. So here we go. So first thing first, we try to find the correlation for the data is cancelled with the other columns. So here we try to find the correlation. So as stated, the lead time is like 0.293. So so here so let's visualize it. So the bottom, we try to visualize throughout the heat map, so we can see that the light of the square, which is more correlate to the is cancelled. So here, for the next step, we try to assign our X data, which is here we just pick we choose the relative height correlated parameter as the input. So here I just pick the lead time, previous cancellation, booking changes, required car parking spaces, total of special requests, is repeat requests, adults, previous booking not cancelled, and babies. As they are much more high correlated to the is cancelled. So the Y data is cancelled, and then we try to create a training process, the model, and then after that, next is we're going to find the score of the data, and then we got around 0.718 for the logistic regression. So the bottom of the accuracy. So by using this logistic regression, we find out that the accuracy of this model is around 0.7212. So for this prediction, we come up with the 0.718 as a score of the prediction for the cancellation booking. So that's all from us. So I hope that may you have a good day. So thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.